All right, guys, the Coles are back on again. Welcome to the Sunday Smoke, episode number 20. We're back at my house with Euphoria Shisha. I mean, they never left from part one. We just put new Coles on.
We love it.
That's it, man. We couldn't fit it into one episode. We just had to make it two.
That's it.
So we're back here today. Welcome back, boys. You know, it's Sydney's newest and hottest Shisha Delivery service.
Thank you.
And you know what? With no introduction, we're just going to get right into it. And the first question I want to ask you boys is, what sport would be the funniest if the athletes had to be drunk while playing?
Wow.
What a good question.
We'll go around.
Let's go around the table. We'll start with you, Jack.
No. I got one that I don't think no one's gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
I think it's got to top it off.
I don't know. Look, I'm a big NRL fan. I guess probably the NRL. They're probably already drunk anyways from the weekend and stuff, you know. But imagine seeing them, or probably shot put. Maybe one of the Olympics. It's got a piece of weight in their hand. They're trying to throw it, you know.
They think they're throwing their shot put, but they're throwing their water bottle or something.
Their water bottles on.
I've got a good one.
Yeah?
Uh,
Paddy's pumped up, bro.
Olympic running. Sprint.
Oh yeah, they're all inside pushing each other out of the lanes.
Imagine
Or like-
the baton.
Or like high jump or something. You jump just straight into the pole.
That'll be hectic.
Oh, yeah, I got one. I reckon this might be the one that you're going to
Oh
say.
no, you're gonna steal my thunder.
All right? Ice skating. Or ice hockey. Anything to do with ice.
But there's gonna be a lot of cut limbs in that.
Man, there's going to...
Have you actually been ice skating before?
Yeah.
I haven't. I just hold the rails.
It is the hardest thing, bro. I'm standing there and bro, all the girls were like full putting it on me. They're doing flips and this is that. So I think just maybe do that one sober.
I got one. Golf.
Oh, what a
Bro,
Yeah.
because
A lot of games are played drunk.
because people think right that when you're drunk you're just wobbling around everywhere. Nah, you know what you're doing, and there's gonna be a lot of Happy Gilmore swings out there. There's gonna be a lot of Happy Gilmore swings because everyone's wanted to try it on a golf course. Everyone has.
There's going to be a lot of drivers being swung onto the highway.
A lot of people losing balls in the pond and people diving after them.
Bro, your clubs are going to go further than the ball, man.
I reckon that would be hilarious to watch.
And
I've played golf while a bit tipsy before. It's the best. Yeah, on those charity days where you get the drinks cart coming around.
sometimes
we
you
have to do that.
yeah.
It's so good. It is the best. It is the best.
You know what? It's gonna be Euphoria Shisha's day out, and we'll fight the Sunday Smoke
that's it.
boys.
That's
and
it,
we'll
man.
go out.
We'll make a day of it. Do a
Go do
vlog.
it.
Do a
Nice
little
night.
vlog.
I got one, mate. It's not a sport, but imagine like go-karting.
Oh, go kart.
Nah,
bro,
I'll
no.
follow before the first corner.
Drunk driving.
Nah, that's
Yeah, literally.
that's drunk driving. All right, so I want to bring in another topic. We got cheat codes for life, where you just talk about little ways that you can win in life.
Yeah.
Right. So we wrote it down too, and Sam, I know that you've got one.
Yeah.
What's the one that you wanted to bring up first?
All right. So I think everyone here, including the boys on the field, we've all had girlfriends in our lives, and one of the hardest things to do is to pick where you're going to eat.
Oh.
Yeah. Asking the question, what do you want to eat? To which you get no response. See, my little cheat code, and I think it's universally accepted, is don't ask. Just take them.
Genius.
Just take them there. They have no option at that point.
Where have you been, sir? Ladies, I believe he's single. Just get in there. He'll make all the decisions for you.
Look, man.
Oh, I love it.
Like, have you've been? I'm sure you've been in this situation, both you boys.
Yeah, of course, yeah, we have.
The struggle of-
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like obviously when I was younger, in my early 20s, you know, like always just that decision of where we're going to go and this is that, bro. By the time I was probably 24, 25, I was like, bro, this is where we're going and that's it. And bro, to be honest, like they generally like that, you know, what I mean? Because, you know, they like that, you know, that's it, the decision's made, we'll go, you know, and they love the surprise, you know. I always tell them, I'm taking you out tonight, we're going to go to dinner. Oh, where we're going? It's a surprise, you know. And
Yeah, your surprise is Macca's drive-thru.
Or,
You know?
hear me out. You ask them, where do you think I'm going to take you? And whatever their answer is,
That's where
Take
you
the
go.
floor.
Take
Oh,
'em
good
there.
guess.
you know what I mean?
good
So
guess.
you act
How
surprised.
do you know?
You know what I mean? Because they're only going to say what they want.
To get it, because you know girls tend to like that shit, the star signs and the
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
meant to be together. You go, yeah.
I love that
Oh,
shit.
what a good guess. That must be a sign.
So it must be a
That must be a
Sagittarius
sign.
thing or something.
Oh, you're such a Leo.
Jackson, man, you're acting like a real tourist right now. What's yours, Jacko?
So I got one, that I wrote down. When you're at a shisha lounge, all right, don't always accept the fresh coals when they're coming around. All right, you don't always want the fresh coals on the head. It'll make your head burn faster.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want your head to last longer. Let the heat, dissipate for a while.
Yeah,
Let the coals run their course for a bit. Don't just always take the fresh coals every now and again unless you want a 20-minute session.
That's it, man.
I think that's probably a little tactic from the shop owner because they
Yeah.
know that happens and you it's a quick turnover sort of a thing.
Yeah.
But for us, bro, we don't care. Like when we do have a shop, because we understand as soon as you say now they've been on there for about 10 or 15 minutes. If I take them off now and put fresh ones, it actually burns straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just said. And I don't know. I think they're just stitching us up in the shops. That
Trying to get you to buy that next head.
that next head.
Swap shishas, bro. I want to have some of that.
I got a cheat code.
Yeah.
Like, why would I go make an Aggie at home where I can just go to Euphoria and just use their thumb bed?
Little business.
You and your brother
Charbel.
Harry, then.
Yeah, just
love
stop smoking yourself. Just call up Euphoria. That's an epic cheat code for life. That's
Bro, some days
can't go wrong.
I'll lose Charbel and I go, bro, where's he gone? And he's just in the kitchen, in the setup, making his own thing. Oh, I'm making the heads. I go, but like, didn't we just smoke it? No, I feel like another one.
He does the, it's for a customer. There's 9 heads. only 4 have been ordered.
I'm 3 of those customers.
Anything from you boys?
Uh,
Any cheat codes you can think of?
cheat codes. I'll think about one, Patty. I think probably have one in the bag.
You know what? Always wake up, wash your face in the morning, and I think that gives you a fresh start to being
Ooh.
successful in life.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah,
be
Oh.
something fresh.
You heard it here
Deep.
first, guys. Wash your face in the morning.
Wash your face in the morning.
Make your bed.
Make
How do
your bed.
How do people not wash their face in the morning?
Oh, if I don't, I'll fall back asleep.
I have a shower in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
even a shower.
Bro,
Yeah.
You know what I did for a while? So I did it. So this is going off topic, right? But we can let it run. So I did it. I was big on coffee, right?
Yeah.
I was drinking coffee 3 or 4 times, three or 4 coffees before midday, right? It was bad. It's bad for you. You can't drink that much coffee, right? So I did a coffee detox for a while. Now I'm lucky enough. I got a pool at my house,
Yeah.
right? So the mornings where I, have to get up and go to work and stuff,
Oh,
it would be
see what-
cold in the mornings. What I'd do to wake myself up is I'd walk outside. First thing, it'd be freezing cold. Just jump straight. Don't even think about it. Run outside, jump in the pool. You
Oh.
don't even have to stay in there for more than 5 seconds. Just get your whole body wet and freezing. Go up for a shower.
That-
and
Brave. That's brave.
you're awake. You're awake
If
the
you're
rest
not
of the
awake
day.
at that point, bro, I don't know what's getting you up.
Bro,
You can,
buddy,
tell,
you
you can
work.
tell these guys from San Susie, man. He's used to the sun.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
3 degrees. Oh, it's a bit warm today.
No, I have the similar thing, not jumping into a pool. It's like I have a shower in the morning, and when I want to, it'll be a warm shower. When I actually want to wake up, I'll stand underneath the cold shit. Like I'll go back
Yeah.
to cold and just stand 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and I'm just wide
Yes.
awake.
Just
Yeah,
something to
the
get
cold,
you
the
up
cold
and-
shower is so good.
The cold
Yeah.
showers hit different.
And actually, it's actually like I'm pretty sure it's like proven to be better for you.
Yeah,
to have
better
like
for your
cold
body.
water.
Yeah.
That actually touching on my life hack, and it just came to me now talking about cold showers and stuff. So probably about 2 years ago, like a few friends of mine and stuff, builders and stuff, they were telling me about having cold showers in the morning and 1, 2, 3, and you benefits and this, that, and I didn't listen to it. And it was when I started training and stuff, and a lot of people in the gym were saying that it helps stimulate the muscles and stuff after a sesh or whatever it is. And bro, I started to have cold showers, and obviously you gotta, I normally don't have hot showers, but they gotta be, nice tempered. Anyways, I slowly, shower after shower, just slowly turned down the hot water, started to get cold, and eventually I was just having straight cold showers. And eventually after that, they did it like in the old gym that I was in, they did an ice bath thing. It wasn't a challenge, it was just do it, and bro, like I do with anything else, I research, I looked up about it, and I seen this guy on Instagram or TikTok, YouTube, one of them, and he lives
Cold as
in...
balls, Kevin Hart.
Cold as ball. Right? And then, yes, I said, stuff it. So me and a few of the boys went down to his house, and I was running a bit late, and I just had done the bay run, yeah? And I'd done it twice, so I did 14 kilometers before 10:30 in the morning, yeah?
Yeah.
Oof.
So my legs are on fire, and I got an extra, 6 bags of ice. So the ice bin was already full. Put another few bags. And now, I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, yeah? So before I tell you what happened, I'll tell you, the benefits of having cold showers in this ice bath. Bro, not only does it keep you focused in everything that you do,
Yeah.
it stimulates your muscle, and it's actually very good for your stomach, you know. It's, I don't know, has benefits, whatever. Anyways, bro, I jumped into this ice bath, and all I was focusing on was my breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah,
And
stimulates
I'll
your
I'll
focus.
show you the recording after. I still have it,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm sitting in it, and then my first thought within 10 seconds, get out. I'm freezing, bro. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And everyone's G'ing me up, bro. Just stay in there, stay in there. Mind you, I'm up to like neck high in freezing cold water, yeah. And I did this for 3 minutes. And bro, for that 3 minutes of my life, I'd never experienced anything more amazing and beautiful than this, because all I was focusing on was that, just like breathing and just, you know what I mean? So, and bro, I'm thinking of doing it again soon, but
Yeah.
just, if you ever want to keep focus on whatever you do and stuff, it takes you back to that moment where all you're focusing on is that one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's your business, your work, your love life, whatever it is, you know. So I've got to say, little chick.
5 gum, stimulate your senses.
Bro,
Maybe.
remember when we were kids, like when we were younger, and we used to do the, like, this isn't as deep as that, but we used to do
Ah,
the hand
the
in the
hand.
ice bucket
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah,
Who could
yeah,
leave,
Who can
leave
leave
their
the
hand in the
longest?
longest?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's some good times, man.
I was
Put your body in
my-
there and your balls are gone. So.
My hand used to burn afterwards.
I know.
Like I'd be like,
Yeah, and I'm too stubborn for those games, eh?
Yeah.
So I think it's like a man
have to
thing.
keep
you
going.
just-
yeah,
You
you
lose
just
your
have
hand.
to keep
You'll
going.
lose your hand.
We stayed there for hours if we had
Yeah.
to win.
That's great. That's like
Like,
that.
I want to win.
That's
Yeah.
it, man. That's all. That's what it's all about. It's
We'd
all about
stand
winning.
like face to face with our hand in the ice bucket, just staring at each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go on, go out.
You know what I'm thinking, man? Maybe we do a next time we bring the Euphoria boys back on. We do a in the ice bar. We do it in the ice bar.
Yeah.
Cold as Euphoria.
Bro, I think that'll be the worst podcast episode. Like this, we're not going to be able to say anything.
That's a good idea. You know what? Let's do that.
We're not going to be able to say anything,
That's
bro.
we'll get about 4
Welcome
words
back.
out.
That would be crazy.
Now we're going to know how Jack felt in the Titanic, man. Now we talked about this before. We're going to talk a little bit about NRL because you boys are obviously Broncos fans. Now
I don't know.
boys
How does
are
that
passionate.
work again? How are you guys Broncos fans?
Well,
Is there a
we're
reason?
both of us born in Queensland,
Okay.
in Brisbane, so we've got a
Birth certificate's
reason
a
for
proof
it.
for all the New South Welshmen out there.
We're
Yeah.
not
We're
like
allowed to
Johnny.
go from.
We're not like Johnny. Shout out to Johnny.
He goes from Melbourne. He's never been to Melbourne in his life.
Never been there in his life.
Well, boys, I know that you could go on and on and on. This could be a whole podcast episode in itself.
I swear.
Just briefly, all right. How do you think they're going to fare for the rest of the season?
You know what? The last few seasons, we've been building a few new coaches and a lot of players. We've let a lot go. We've signed a lot and stuff, and we've been at the bottom of the table for the last few years, and now it's really good signs. Like after getting Adam Reynolds and Capewell and Corey Oates is in form. Staggs is playing phenomenal. New South
Yeah.
Wales got to have him there 100%. And bro, our forward pack, Carrigan, he's playing good. And yeah, I really think we should make the top 8 this year.
Yeah.
Walters has done a great job with
Yeah.
our team. I'm very, very happy. Especially it was our first wooden spoon 1 or 2 years ago. And but it's disappointing. I've been going for the Broncos all my life. This team just means a lot to me, bro. It's just my passion. It's literally the only TV that I watch is the Brisbane Broncos. And
And I think to cap off what you're saying, Adam Reynolds, his addition to the squad brought out the best in players like Staggs, Payne Haas, our forward pack,
Yeah.
and our back line, which was lacking. And I do believe he makes us contenders for the championship this year. If not this year, maybe the next. And I think he's changed the way our squad takes a loss and appreciates a win and
Yeah.
respecting the ball more. So I think that's a big deal for this season and next.
true. And Adam Reynolds, I found him as a person. I've watched a lot of his stuff that he holds what the Brisbane Broncos are all about.
Yeah.
We're very a family orientated based club. Well, they are. And bro, his passion. He left the Rabbitohs. There was no hard feelings. Didn't burn his bridges. Nothing. If you watch his stuff. And just seeing that, like, he's very heartful. The previous players, Lockyer, I wouldn't say talents because he was he was the raging bull on the field,
Yeah.
But other players, Shane Webke was a gentleman, Seven Asiva, and I can go on and on about the champion players and the respectful players we had, on our team previously, And I found Adam Reynolds, by having him there, that he brings that
that old school
fullback,
Broncos
you know what I
back.
mean? Where
Yeah.
we were missing it a lot in the last few years.
Let's not get carried away.
Oh,
I think
bro,
I think this segment's
swear.
gonna go on a
I
bit
swear.
too long. I think.
We're just gonna keep going and
I
going.
swear.
We're
Basically,
gonna
we
need a
just-
part 3.
We love the Bronx.
Right, who do you think we go for? We go for the
That's,
Bulldogs, man.
the
We go for the
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Very, very typical. The
Very,
doggies.
very disappointing team. We're trying.
Josh Adakai scored the other day.
Well, they're better than
Why not,
last
right?
year. They're better than last year, so I think we can take some.
I think it's. I think now the team. It's a very different team. They've gone for a whole new squad.
Yeah.
I think it's the long term strategy.
Yeah,
Hopefully
100%.
everyone can find
I
form.
just feel like over the past, I'd say even 5-6 years, they've had a bit of a culture shift. The
Yes.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
We're not.
They're not kind of that team from the area anymore where
Yeah.
you know the whole like kind of Canterbury Bankstown area rallies around the doggies. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah, no. I
They
feel
just
like
have a
the
completely different feel.
I feel like the Dogs of War. It's a thing of the past.
Yeah,
and hopefully
thing
we
of the
can bring it
past.
back. We haven't been Dogs of War since
Yeah.
I think 2012.
Yeah, I think they left that when Cassiano left. I think
Yeah, it was-
Cassiano was it?
Yeah, Cassiano,
Cassiano,
Frank Pritchard.
Frank Pritchard, the OG days,
SBW.
Ben Barber, SBW.
That
did-
was like early.
yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, look, we can go on and on and on. But
Back in the
this
day.
one-
I think for the Doggies to finish it up, Trent Barrett. The Doggies have good signs in the next 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
because Trent Barrett is still young. He's not even 50 yet, you know. And I think what he's building is good, but they gotta build together. They can't like same with us. Walters, you know, they wanted to sack him within 2 years. Like, bro, give the guy a break. He's building a whole new team.
Well, that's the thing. They don't. The NRL in particular, as a sport, I've noticed, they look very short term. Wise.
Yeah.
There's only been a handful of teams that actually look to their coaches and stick through them long term. Look actually to rebuild a team. There's not many teams that do that. The NRL just seems to have a obsession with, all right, if we don't go well this year, let's make moves
Change it
to
up
make it happen
instantly,
next year.
yeah.
That's not the way that good sports teams are made.
Yeah, that's it's not like how it was back in the days, bro. Like look at how many teams were like the one club teams, you know, or they spent
Yeah.
10
The
years
one
or
club
12,
players, yeah.
you know what I mean? Bro, look at Kieran Foran. I think he's going to.
The Titans, I
I don't
think.
know. He's leaving. Yeah, the Titans. But that's his 6th team in like 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
go where the
So-
money. You go where the money is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Speaking about long term, Panthers as well, like back before,
Yeah.
they were nothing. Now
See,
look at them, bro.
But their success came off the back of loyalty to the team. And it's become a lot like, I don't know if you've noticed, but in NBA, people don't follow teams anymore. They follow players. People follow wherever LeBron goes.
Yeah.
If Giannis was to leave Bucks, there'll be 3 Bucks fans left. And the NRL is becoming a lot like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people followed Cooper Cronk or Greg Inglis when he left. And it's become a lot like that now, whereas back in the day it was, if I can play for the one club my whole career, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
play.
once a player leaves your club, you
Yeah.
hate him.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's very true.
Well, you know what? Just to cap this one off, shout out to Ray again. Wherever Steph Curry goes, Ray goes.
Steph Curry hasn't left Golden State, man.
Wherever he goes, if he does.
Oh, if he does go, but you could say that about
And then
like
James-
10 other
James-
players in the
I know,
NBA.
and James Harden.
Wherever James Harden goes, he's a Philadelphia fan now.
Shout out to Adam Reynolds, bro. Bring us a premiership, please. If you see this, bro,
If you're listening-
I beg you. If you're listening, you see this, please bring a hug.
That's it. Shisha's on us. We got a segment. It's called Reddit. Basically, the segment is we jump on Reddit. We see people that might need some advice.
And we read it.
Yeah, read it. All right, we come with stories and we discuss it. We give advice where we can, and I think it really shines in the guest episodes because we got 2 guests on here, so we got 4 brains working on this one
That's it.
on this one story. So this one's coming in from Geisha Mercuriana on Reddit. He says, or she, my cousin's wife and I never got along, but I recently discovered that my cousin is cheating on her. Even though I don't consider her family or a friend, I feel bad about the situation and really want to tell her. I don't have any idea how to do it, considering our lack of relationship. How do I go about this? See,
All right, you know what? I'm going to start with this one, all right? Because I'm just going to pick apart what she said in the beginning, all right? My cousin's wife and I never got along, right? Which implies that they don't like each other,
yeah,
right? Because you don't say that you don't get along with someone unless you don't like them,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
If you're just acquaintances with them, you say, oh, we're cool, like there's no
Yeah.
dramas,
Yeah, that's true.
you know? So first of all, you obviously don't like them. Second, so where does your loyalty lie? You know, like obviously I don't condone cheating at all right? But if you're gonna go about it, you gotta go straight to your cousin and say, listen, you gotta cut this out. You gotta tell her.
Yeah.
Don't you gotta, like, you can't just, you forget family's like forever.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just go behind your cousin's back and completely destroy their relationship.
Yeah.
You know, without at least even consulting them first.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's their relationship.
Yeah.
They do it however they want.
Also, if you consider the situation, like considering they're not on good terms, the cousin and the wife, like, is there a way that that she mentions it to her and she actually believes it?
well, yeah, maybe they don't
know
know
what I
there.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if it's really that bad, because like I said again, I don't ever condone cheating and stuff. I think like especially when you're married, it's one of the worst things that you can do. But like, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it in a way that it's your cousin's own fault. They get caught on their own accord.
Yeah.
You know, by doing what he's doing.
that's it.
Right, like, so you gotta
So you don't get caught in the
don't
middle of it.
directly be like, I've seen this happen, he's cheating on you, like completely throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
First action, you gotta go straight to your cousin,
Yeah.
tell him you need to cut it out. Then second, if he continues and it's really really bad, especially if there's a family involved, like, and that's the other thing. Do they have kids? You don't want to
Yes.
ruin something where they've got kids, they got a family. Like, you can't do that,
Exactly.
because then that's just gonna ruin life for the kids too.
Because for all you know, if he brings it up to his wife, maybe they sort it out in their own way because he's admitted it.
Yeah.
But when you come in as a third party, although you're probably trying to do the right thing, you almost become the enemy
Yeah.
because you feel like you become kind of the person that's trying to break them up, but really you're just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
by both of them.
imagine he doesn't say anything and then he turns around and says, "Oh, why don't you say something?"
Her,
Like,
him.
Yeah, the cousin.
Yeah.
The one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's we were talking about this, a very similar subject the other day.
Yeah.
Though, like, you know, if there's a two couple and your cousins or friends with one of them, and one of them made a mistake or effed up or whatever, like, are you the good cop or the bad cop? Like, do you double them in, or you know what I mean? It's like, for me, my answer was, bro, like, right is right and wrong is wrong. Even if they're not going to be friends with me after, bro, it's a shit go, because if there's, like Jackson mentioned before, if there's kids or someone involved, you don't want it to get worse and worse, because if the problem isn't fixed from the beginning, like, as soon as it happens, sort of a thing, then it might just grow and become a bigger problem. You know what I mean? So I guess it's just you as a person, what you decide to do and how you.
In similar words to SpiderMan, with great knowledge comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is as well is, like, they're married. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
different.
different story if they're going out or they've been going
Yeah.
out for a couple of months. Then you
Yeah.
can just, like, your cousin, most likely, depending on how close you are with your cousin, will probably just forgive you.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe won't trust you, but they'll forgive you for it.
Yeah.
Right? But when they're married, it's a different story. You're talking about someone's like life for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like me personally, if you know, I'm married, you know, happy days, and my missus did something, and then, like, I found out that someone knew, and then I found out different, or whatever it was, like, I would appreciate if that person told me. I'm not the type of person where I'll get salty with that person.
That's why it's hard with that knowledge. Like, I feel like any direction you take, you're gonna end up the bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
I feel like there's a way to do it, but it's a very grey area, a fine line that you got to walk between not trying to home wreck, or sorry, that's not the right word, but not trying to destroy a relationship versus trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was your favorite Spider-Man? Talking about.
Oh, Jackson's the perfect one to answer this question. For me, it's going to be the OG.
Look, man,
Tobey Maguire.
It can't be anyone else but Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I remember years ago, I took this girl out, and she was a big it's Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel,
Yeah.
though. She's a big Marvel fan. Oh, we're gonna go watch it, the new Spider-Man, this, that, and up to that point, I'd only ever watched the OG Spider-Man, the 2004 one, right? Tobey Maguire. And as I'm watching it, I go, bro, who the fuck's this guy? Like, who's this guy? You know what I mean?
Look. I don't like to hate, because Tom Holland is a good actor.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
But I don't like any of the new Spider-Man movies. I've actually said this. I don't like any of them. None of them. Not one.
You feel like they've gone to, like, technology, especially because they went from Sony to Marvel.
So Sony, who was doing a lot of the time live stunts with cables and, like, you know, and obviously the technology they had back in the day, so obviously you could tell there was a bit of like it didn't look as fluid, right? But you look at it now, the most recent Spider-Man movie came out in 2021. Go back a few years and go watch the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The actual CGI, like the graphics in that movie, look better and more realistic than the ones made in 2021.
No, you know, I think that's very true. No,
Word.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
These new Spider-Man movies are my least favorite of them, followed by Andrew Garfield, and then Tobey Maguire was the best.
Yeah.
But that iconic when Spider-Man comes down upside down and she pulls the thing down and everything, and fucking hell, bro, because like that was just crazy. You know? So that was my childhood, I guess. You
Yeah, I
know?
know.
Yeah.
So,
Remember
You can't
watching,
beat it.
remember watching as a kid being like, I hope mum doesn't walk in the kissing scene.
Cover my eyes, cover my eyes. I didn't say anything.
The little crack in the eyes as well.
so boys, are we a Marvel or a DC?
Oh, Marvel DC.
Oh, look, you know
Jackson.
what? Actually, on the episode that we had my best mate Giovanni on, we discussed this. If the Dragon Ball Z lads were coming down, who would you pick to defend you? You know,
Oh, that's a Charbel one. Bro.
Marvel or DC. You know what I mean? And I think that comes down to who. Would you prefer
Charbel's
in general.
itching to come down right now. Give us a
Come
chance.
down.
Who's that?
Right
So,
Charbel
okay,
itching.
what was the question?
If the Dragon Ball Z lads were coming down
Yeah.
for a fight, are you picking DC or are you picking Marvel to come and back you up?
Wow.
Let's start with you, Charbel.
Charbel.
Before you say anything, Ultra Instinct Goku, no one's stopping him. He beat Jiren, he beat Hit. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's the answer.
Goku,
Who has the best shot?
bro, Thanos, him and his cliques are dead. Goku,
Okay, so but of any of the superheroes from Marvel or DC, who's gonna beat Goku?
nah, no one will beat.
Not even like Superman.
Nah,
Nah, no
he's
chance.
too strong.
Goku's too strong.
All of them put together or decking.
Who?
Well, you,
Every single character put together. That's of thousands.
Of what? No, but they're saying separate. Like, whoever from Marvel.
Batman was a rich guy with gadgets and he beat Superman.
No, all he needed was the
You know what I mean?
kryptonite.
Kryptonite, but like
That's it.
he has something
Yeah, but
to
there's
fade him a bit.
something. But that's the thing. That's you can stop Superman with kryptonite. Goku can grab kryptonite and kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, how can you physically stop?
I knew what they were talking about.
How can you physically stop Goku?
I don't know.
Even better, Vegeta. Or when they fusion,
Vegeta. I don't know. It depends.
Oh man, my Charbel's getting excited.
bro.
He jumped.
Bro,
I said, you see that?
Dragon Ball Z as a kid.
That's it. Can't
You,
beat
you
it.
know what? Hands down, he has come around with a few jerseys wearing and stuff.
I mean, I don't. Look, I know I've only known Charbel for a short time, but I've never seen him move so quickly.
We've never seen him move so quick.
I saw his eyes light up as soon as he said the Dragon Ball Z lads. He's like,
What? Goku? Vegeta.
Oh, I love it.
All right, something that's been lacking the last few weeks is from the fans. You know, the people have been slacking off lately, man. They're not sending us any questions in. But finally, none other than Ray. He comes in with a very great... I think that you boys will appreciate this question, you know. Do you boys like your cars?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I like him.
Oh, you're going to like this question. Play it for the viewers.
Let's go.
Sup Sunday Smoke boys, hope you guys are doing well. Just had a question for you boys to discuss. I was driving with someone and they've commented on my driving saying that I'm too slow and I don't speed enough. What's your opinion on speeders? And if so, is it necessary to speed? Doesn't speeding injure and kill lives, whereas driving the regulation and following the rules saves lives? I don't know, what do you guys think? Do we live in a society where speeding is socially acceptable?
There we
That was deep.
Bro, I love the way he talked. His tone.
You know what? To be honest, to answer that question, number one, if you're speeding in New South Wales and you haven't gotten caught or busted for it, you have to be crazy because there are so many mobile speed cameras, so many highway patrols around, you know what I mean? And, bro, I've held my license. I've never lost mine. I like to do the speed limit, you know? It's there's no point rushing. You're going to get there in 2 minutes early. And,
Yeah.
But the last thing you want is, you know, someone to be injured or, you know, touch wood, someone die from a speeding accident or being silly behind the wheel. You know what I mean?
Shout,
Especially
shout out to Elias G. He's lost his license longer than he's had them.
that's true. One of our cousins.
I lost my license for 3 months, and it was the worst 3 months of my
Oh,
life.
jeez.
See how bad is it?
You
But
know?
you know what? At the same time, we say how speeding is dangerous. You know what? Driving too slow is also dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna. Hey,
My mother.
I was gonna say shout out to Mama.
Steering wheel and she'll be just.
All our mothers out there.
Yeah.
Right. It's dangerous, man. Because you got people they got people frustrated. Because then once you're driving too slow, you got people frustrated.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when you're frustrated? You're not thinking clearly. You know, you're by going too slow. When you're in a 70 zone and you're going 40, you're going like you're in a school zone.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, I'm pretty sure there's actually a rule for that as well. There's a law for that.
Yeah, I've heard that if
Is
you're.
it 10 under?
Nah, I think it'd be more than
It'd
that.
be a
It'd be
bit
like
more,
20
eh?
under or something.
guys, just follow the speed limit. If it's 70, go 70.
Because
You know?
if it's 70, no more than 120.
You know what it is? You know what it is? When I was getting my like going to get my P's, every time I knew my instructor, I go, what happens if you drive slow during your test?
yeah.
And they used to say, oh, like they will fail on it, so you must do the speed limit or like at least keep up with traffic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
So that
what I think they fail you more on though is if you're driving slow in your learner's test, it means you're not confident on the road. And I think what the service New South Wales wants to see is confidence on the road without obviously being an idiot. But if you're confident on the road and they see you're ready to
He's trying to
drive,
get points back.
surely they
I
have
know,
to give you
yeah.
your license.
it sounds like a Euphoria sponsored by the RMS, man.
RMS, please $10 a mention.
And you know what? Another thing
Yeah.
is, and I'll put my hand up. I'm a big culprit of this. I've stopped it now. Is the hands on the phone. You know that is a one big thing. I got done once, lost 5 points. I wore it. My fault, plain as day. And bro, just get your hands off it, guys. I learned my lesson. I paid the fine. You know, so luckily I had enough points. It was literally my first fine in like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And bro, just put it in a cradle. Get your hands off it. You
That's
know,
it.
please, guys.
Message of the day: pre-plan your Spotify playlist before you go on the road.
True,
That's
yeah,
it.
that's true.
True. And message your missus. You're on the way.
I just can't get over the way that Ray talks about. Do we live in a society
we-
where speeding is socially acceptable?
He's sort of talking a little bit like you, man. Slow.
You got a bit deep there, right? You like the way you
But,
He had me questioning my life decisions. I'll be honest with you.
But you know what he's doing. All right, he's trying to make it seem like he's the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I like to speed because I like to save lives. You know, on the road. You know, when really all that probably happened was his mate just called him like a handbag driver. Like that's
Yeah, once,
one time,
and he's taken it
and he
to
got
heart.
yeah.
But all right, we got one more. Charbel, there's a question coming in from your end.
I was gonna ask,
No, come on get on the mic.
Bully.
mate. Come on, man. Yeah.
these days now you got like people that will take your points for you. They ask for money.
Yeah, don't say that too loud, yeah?
What do you mean? No, like you got people these days saying, or like you give them cash or like whatever, and they'll take your points for you.
Oh, you shouldn't be doing the crime in the first place.
Yeah.
No, but like
That's true.
if you have okay, let's say you did get caught and you're gonna lose your license, but you really needed your license, would you take that? Like someone will take your points for you, like $100 a point or something.
I think that should be policed harder.
A little bit of commission. Is that what?
Yeah. A lot of the international license people do that.
Yeah.
They take a bit of money for your points.
Yeah. Like if I absolutely needed to for whatever reason.
Like if
but
you had
like,
1 point left and you got done or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, well, it depends. It depends. Like if I'm gonna lose my license for 3 months, because now like I'm catching the train to work, so the main place I need to go to work, I get public transport to anyways now. So I'd probably just take the hit and lose my license for a few months,
Get all
right?
your points back.
You know, but if I was working at my old job, right, where I needed to drive to work, we're talking about early hours in the morning, then I'd probably pay because,
Yeah.
you know, I need it.
Yeah.
I need it for work.
It just comes out.
But they
to-
do have
oh, yeah.
exemptions sometimes. If you lose your license for something small, you can say, look,
Like a good
I'm-
behavior. thing.
yeah, like or you can only drive when you're going to and from work.
Cool, from
Yeah.
work. But
No, I did hear
how hard do they really police that? Driving to
Not-
and from work, like, you know what I mean? You can just tell them you're working next door or something.
Well, bro, like talking before, bro. Patrick and myself, we're both tradies. We're both on the road, like a lot of hours of the day, and
Cannot
bro,
afford to lose our
our
license.
license is so important.
Yeah.
That like even Euphoria, bro, we deliver. Like
Yeah.
that, basically that license is golden. And I even tell the boys, I go, bro, I don't care if it takes an extra 10 minutes to get to the delivery. Do the speed limit. Make sure you get in there safely because, bro, I don't want to be like in my head, touch wood, something happened to you. You know, bro, your license can be replaced, but your life
Yeah,
can't.
life
You know
can't,
what I mean?
100%.
So
Real talk.
please, boys, just be safe on the road.
Be
For
safe.
the love of God.
Don't make speeding socially acceptable.
That's it.
We don't
Shout out to Ray.
All right. With all that said and done, I think it's time that we wrap this one up. This two-part episode. Boys, thank you for jumping on this podcast. You know,
Great to have you on.
Thank you for
Always
having
a
us.
pleasure to have you on.
Very nice to meet you. It
Yeah.
was you guys are gentlemen, and we'll definitely be doing more stuff in the future. You know?
100%, man.
Yeah, I was about
Collab.
to say this is a start for a very collaborative future.
That's it.
We love
That's
it.
what it's all about. It's all about the socials. And speaking of socials, for anyone that's listening, watching on YouTube, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash that like button.
Smash it. Get in there.
We're at the Sunday
Well,
Smoke.
like I say every week, if you like the video, give it a like.
Give it a like.
If you don't like the video, just don't hit the dislike button. You don't have to hit the like button.
Just don't hit the
Just
dislike.
don't hit the dislike button.
I think that's a fair call, guys.
And then you can also follow us on Instagram at the Sunday Smoke, where you can send us all your voice messages, topics you want us to talk about, and check out our reels. Then finally, we're on TikTok, the Sunday Smoke clips. That's where we highlight. That's where we upload the highlight package. We upload a few clips every week. Give everyone an idea of what we talk about on the podcast, and hope all you guys like it.
Beautiful.
And for you boys, you obviously said this in part one, but where can people find you on your socials?
Yeah, so if you want any shishas delivered, we do functions, private functions. Just if you want one for the night, whatever it is, we're a Sydney-based company. You'll find us on Instagram at Euphoria_Shisha, or on TikTok. You can see us having a laugh there, me and the boys in the background. If you've been listening this whole time, we had a good laugh. And our content is awesome. You know, we'd love to put stuff together. You know, all shisha related, and we love it, bro. Keep you guys happy. So if you want to see us, follow us and like us on the socials.
That's it. Big things to come.
That's
Big
it. Big
things.
things. Big things.
Oh yeah, Hanna and Patrick, thanks for coming on,
Thank you.
and also a quick shout out to Johnny and Charbel for sitting in the background on this one, getting some input where they wanted to. It would have been great. Maybe next time you'll be the next guest on the podcast.
Beautiful.
So talk a bit more about Vegeta or whoever you're talking
A
about.
bit more about Goku.
So boys, with that said, what's the time for?
Time for the calls to come off.
Beautiful. Thanks for listening, guys.